So this is Shotcut. Shotcut's a free open source video editor. It's available for Windows, Mac, and Linux. And it's very simple and easy to use. So you can look it up on your favorite web browser, or you can go to shotcut.org. There will be a link in the description. So Shotcut is really easy to use, easy to get working. And you can see it's running on Qt and all this stuff. FFmpeg, WebM, multimedia, all that stuff. So if we just go into Shotcut, you can see I got a basic thing going on here. And you're probably like, what the heck is this? So I have a couple of pieces of data that we can edit. Let's see. Let me get a smaller one. Alright, here we go. See, I don't know. Oh my gosh, it's me. So you can see scrubbing actually works properly, which is one of the main things, that's a main issue I had on Kdenlive with Windows 10. So anyways, this is your source. This is the source tab. Then you go into the project tab. And this is from right here, but you can see this note here. How do I add something in? So you just click these three lines here, go to track operations. You can add audio, add video, insert tracks, remove tracks. It's pretty simple. So we're going to be editing a video. So we're going to add a video track. We just kind of drag this over here. So you can just drag it around. It performs very well. So, ironically, this is a one-take video. So, I'm not even going to be using it for this video. But I do normally use Shotcut. It's actually very nice. It's better than HitFilm Express for my uses. So, let's say you don't feel like clicking a couple of those buttons. It's too difficult. You can just take this, just drag it down there too. Now I don't have any audio, but you can do the same thing with audio. Or you can go to track operations, add an audio track. Then you can even take this, move this over here. That's modular, so you can move stuff around because it's using the Qt framework. If we go to About Qt, you can see which version it's using. So if you're on KDE Plasma, then if you have the global menu and you have it set up kind of like a Mac, all of your controls up here will be on the global menu on the top panel. So I think that's rather nice. So all right, let's scrub this. That's my cat besides the cardboard box. Please not making too much noise. I'm just doing a movement test. And this is a video I did to test Odyssey. And my cat decided to chew on a cardboard box as I was making the video. Alright, so anyways. This is test. This is test. So you can see I'm using my OBS software to manually fade in the video. Basically real-time editing. But let's say I don't want to do that, right? Okay, let me just cut it right here, right? So you're probably used to like Kdenlive or HitFilm Express, where there's a key that you can press, and then you have the thing that your cursor turns into like a pair of scissors or something. With this is a little different. You can just press this and it'll split it at the playhead. I think it's actually kind of better because it gives you more precision. So just delete that. Okay, nice. We can just move this over here. That's my cat besides the. That's my cat besides the. And you can hear that the scrubbing is still a little like jittery, but I'll tell you one thing, this is the best out of all the open source video editors for Windows that I've seen, And on Linux, it's even better because it doesn't have that like kind of like micro clicking, like the popping. My cat decides you can hear that it sounds like kind of like static. So let's see. Let's go to the filters. Actually, I'm gonna have to pause this for a second because I forgot. My apologies. It's a bit early in the morning. So you got to make sure you have your video selected. It'll be in red. Then you go to filters. And so if you click on this plus right here, you can fade. So you can fade in the video. Just double click it. And then you can change the duration of it. So it's pretty neat. So now it'll fade in as my cat decides to eat a cardboard box. Hopefully he's not making too much noise. So let's say you want to fade from one clip to another, right? We'll just do something very basic here. Track operation, remove this track. We're gonna do a new video track, and we're also going to move this up here. Please not making too much noise. Okay, so hopefully it's not making too much noise. Hopefully it's not making too much noise. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna make a split here, right? So I want to fade that track into this track. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click this, go to fade out video, and then I'm going to make this maybe 2 seconds long. One of the things I wish you could do is like do a scroll. So let's move this over a little bit. And so for this track, oops, sorry about this. You got to click on the fade out. You click adjust opacity instead of fade with black, and basically it'll overlay the videos together. It's kind of difficult to see because it's just by desktop background, but that's how you do that. You can also do the same thing as this, or on this one, but with fade in. And so now it'll fade, but the audio is still it's gonna overlap, so this might be a bit loud. Cardboard box. Hopefully it's not making too much noise. So you can see, you can kind of see that. You can kind of see that. The coloration changes a bit, but you get the idea. If you have two clips that are, like, let's say you have a clip where you're inside or outside, or you're filming a car, then you're filming a tree or something like that, it won't be as noticeable. But with this, it's got the same background. So right here, at least in the live view, it's doing its best to mix the opacities together properly. So anyways, so we got this. Wow, look at that. That is certainly moving around, eh? Okay, I want to end the video here. Fantastic. But you know what? I also want to do an effect. But I also want, I only want the effect to happen between these two audio clips, okay? So let's just split these apart. And now, what kind of effect do I want? We could do just video effects. There's a lot of effects. We'll just invert the colors. I'm sure this won't look absolutely terrible. But that folder definitely moved. What happens? What happens when I bring up this? That is certainly beautiful, isn't it? But you know what? I want another effect. I'm not happy with that. I want it to wave. Oh, also, you know what? I also want the audio to, let's see, what do I want? I want my voice to be absolutely incredibly high. That folder definitely moved.
What happens? What happens when I bring up this giant
window? They just amazing, right? Okay, so that's cool. But how do I end this? What am I gonna do? I don't know. Let's just how about we just clean this up first, right? So we're gonna add in this with audio and fade out this audio and let's see, fade out audio. I clicked the wrong thing. Make sure that's 2 seconds. And so we're going to fade in this audio. Make sure that's 2 seconds. I forgot to do that earlier. That's why I'm doing it now and showing you how to do that. Let's see how this part goes. Cardboard box. Hopefully he's not making a movement test. Okay. Amazing. I have no idea what I said, but it's just an example. All right. But how do we end this? I guess we could just make it so this fades out. So fade out audio, and we'll make it 2 seconds. I like my fades to be smooth, right? And let's fade out the video, right? And we'll go and make it so it fades into a picture instead of just fading to black. So we're gonna add a video track. Let's move this video track a bit. And let's see, track operations. So this is one of the other downsides. I was trying to do something I do in Kdenlive. So we basically gonna have to do is just plop everything up. Okay. So now everything's still in there. Amazing. That's horrific. But again, just an example. All right, so now I'm going to go back to my example stuff. And let's have this fade. Let's have this fade into the universe, I guess. So we're having it fade into stars.jpg. And we're going to put stars.jpg under here, and you notice that this will automatically expand with this. And so we want to make sure that's at least at the beginning of that, because it is a still image.
What happens when I bring up this giant
window? They just tried to snap. Wow, it's moving around. Okay. Oh my goodness. And you can see I cut myself off, but you should probably say like bye or something and leave a little bit of space at the end or something. And so now we have faded into the stars, okay? So let's select the stars, and I guess we could do some text, some simple text. Okay, fantastic. So you can actually put in like different bits of code into this. So let's say, I don't know, let's say we wanted to get like that, and we wanted to get the frame number, stuff like that. And I guess at the top we can say like, thank you for watch. An incredible video, I know. And so that's amazing. Okay, but we're not done here yet. Because what video is complete without some outro music, right? So let's expand this a little bit more. And I'll go to my open royalty-free music. I almost said open source music, but I don't think that would make much sense. And so what we're going to do is go and add an audio track. So we can scroll down like that. We could have some lo-fi hip-hop. Okay? And so it'll automatically generate a waveform, and we can zoom in holding the control button. and then we can get it real precise. And so what we can do with this is we can go to audio and fade in the audio and have it fade in for 2 seconds as well. And if we want to, we could cut this right here. And so you'll notice that this loses the effect. So we'll do this again. Fade in audio. 2 seconds. Wow. And so let's just say we want to end it right here. And so we can do this like that. And then we can fade the audio out. And let's say we want the audio to fade out quickly. So we'll just do 1 second. And we'll just fade out the video on that image. So let's see what kind of a beautiful concoction we have created here. Wow, it's moving around. Okay. Oh my goodness. Absolutely terrible, but I think you get the idea. Okay, we have made one of the best videos you have probably ever seen in your entire life. How do we export this? Well, it's actually very simple. You can go to the export tab and you can select anything you want to do. If you're on Odyssey, Odyssey has some very specific stuff that they want you to use. And you know what? I can't remember that off the top of my head, so I'm going to look it up real quick. Okay, so Odyssey recommends that you use, and I'm just reading this directly from the website. You know, here you go. You can read this with me. We recommend uploading videos at a 720p and an MP4 container H.264 with an AAC audio with a maximum bitrate of 5 megabits per second. Not megabytes per second. Megabits is a bit different. 8 bits in a byte, blah, blah, blah. So you can still upload in 1080p. You'll be given a warning. And yeah, this is the frequently asked page off of library. And I'll put a link to this in the description as well, because I'm only uploading this to Odyssey, so that's why I'm talking about Odyssey instead of YouTube. You can get this from the publishers and creators section of the website, so hopefully that's helpful to you. I would recommend using H.264 baseline profile because people on mobile will have an easier time watching it. So I would recommend you use your hardware encoder. Then you just click export. You also want to make sure this is on timeline. Oh, I don't know what these other ones do. Obviously source might be something else. I don't know what playlist is. But make sure it's on timeline for your timeline. So once you start exporting, and you can see I have all this random junk in my videos folder. We'll call this incredible video.mp4. And this is where the encoding status is. And so let's let this encode and I'll be right back. And I actually just noticed something. Why I recommend this H.264 and not like YouTube or something. The H.264 presets, the default creates H.264 AAC MP4. And if we go back to this little website, you can see this is exactly what Odyssey, which is library, recommends. So, oh no, it went away. Okay, so there's 2 ways you can now watch your new video that you've created. You can see we're still in the project tab. You could right click this and show it in the folder. And wow, there it is. You could open it up with your favorite media thing, like VLC. Or you can double click it as my cat decides to eat. So notice something here. This timeline indicator isn't moving, and we're now in the source. So we're loading directly from this file that's already been pre-rendered, pre-encoded. So we're not suffering any of the latency that the real-time effects would have been creating if we just watched this from the project timeline. So let's start over from the beginning, and let's just see what this beautiful video has become. As my cat decides to eat cardboard box. Hopefully he's not making a movement test. Okay, wow, look at that. That folder definitely moved.
What happens? What happens when I bring up this giant?
Window that just tried to snap. Wow, it's moving around. Okay. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna have to pause this. Anyways, I got my laughs out. Hopefully, I've taught you the basics on how to use Shotcut on whatever operating system you're on. I hope this helps you. I hope you enjoyed how this started off very serious and progressively went more and more off the rails as we went along. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. And yes, I will be uploading this video that we've just created in this tutorial on my Odyssey channel. So if you want to see more, feel free to follow. And hopefully you have a nice day. So peace out.